This is a puffball mushroom, and I'm going to show y'all how to cook it up over the fire. Finding puffballs brings me right back to the 5-year-old girl running around the woods, wanting to eat everything. This is one of the first mushrooms I ever started foraging for with my dad. Puffball mushrooms can typically be found in late summer to early fall, often in grassy or wooded areas. They're round, white, and can grow really big. I'm talking bigger than a soccer ball. When foraging, look for ones that are solid white and firm. The inside should be pure white. Avoid any that show any signs of browning or have a hard exterior. All right, my cast iron has seen some better days. I gotta bring it back to life. Sabbath, what is that? It is so creepy. Where did you find that? I'll show y'all how to restore a rusty cast iron skillet in my next video. I am really happy with how that turned out. Now let's get to cooking. So I got my cast iron like new, got my puffball. Now let's get the fire going. One of my favorite things to do with puffballs is make lasagna. First, I'm gonna cut off any brown spots on the puffball. Then I'll slice it into about 1/2-inch thick pieces and peel off the outer skin. This looks exactly like a slice of bread. I like to cut them into rectangular shapes, kind of like lasagna pasta sheets. And don't worry about the leftover pieces. I'll use those in the sauce. Now you're left with these perfect little lasagna pieces. You can also take this, bread it, pan fry it, and top it with some fresh tomatoes from the garden, and it would be so good. So this is what's going to be our pasta. Sabbath, what is wrong with you? You don't even like tomatoes. That was so rude. Oh my gosh, this dog. I'll tell you what, he ain't coming to my cookouts anymore. Sabbath, no. All right, down to 1 tomato. Next, I'll beat 2 eggs and dip each side of the puffball into the egg wash. Then coat them in breadcrumbs, pressing each side down to ensure they're nicely covered. I heat some tallow in a pan and sear each side of the puffball slices, cooking them through until they're golden brown. For the sauce, I'm going to add an onion, garlic, diced tomato, and the leftover puffball pieces to the pan, sauteing them for a few minutes. Since I'm fresh out of bear and deer meat, I'll add some ground pork to the mix. After everything has cooked for a few minutes, I'll pour in a splash of red wine along with some bone broth and tomato sauce. This combination is going to create a rich and flavorful base. And if y'all know me, I always add in a little splash of wine or a splash of beer to anything that I cook. I layer the puffball slices with cheese and meat sauce, then add another layer of puffball followed by even more cheese. I usually go for about 4 layers in a deep dish baking pan and then pop it into the oven for about 15 minutes until everything is bubbling and golden. Thanks for watching. Happy foraging and cooking, y'all. Come with me and let the land feed your soul. What has gone into you? No. Sabbath, no more. Since I started my treatment for Lyme's disease, I still cannot eat meat. It's not that it makes me feel sick, but the thought of it really grosses me out. It tastes bad to me, And this is a huge problem because 99.9% of my diet consists of meat. I hunt and fish for my food, so I am struggling with that. So I'm not going to be eating this today, but my dad and little brother will. I can't thank y'all enough for all the love and support, for all of your messages. It truly means the world to me.